Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Welcome to episode 6 of the 150. This is the streaming show where we have taken Pro Wrestling Illustrated's list of the 150 best female wrestlers in the world and turned it into a big old tournament bracket. We are 6 episodes in, as I mentioned at the top. These are first and second round matches in this tournament. We did have a couple episodes of qualifying matches. And on the left, you see Becca. She is one of them that qualified. I am yours truly, Pat Dooley, and we've got 12 big matches tonight, 8 first round, followed by 4 second round. So the 16 women that are entering this episode, only 4 will advance. All right, East Garden City, New York, which I didn't even know was a place. So 2K goes deep with the locations.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, the Women's Champion, Becca.
And you see Becca coming to the ring with the Maryland Championship Wrestling Women's Championship, a title that she won 2 days before the end of 2022. So she's closing in on 2 months as champion. She is the leader of the Scrunchy Squad and the Power Bomb Princess. She's primarily a Northeast wrestler, based primarily out of Boston. Obviously works a lot in Maryland, as she is MCW's women's champion. She qualified for this match by winning a qualifying match against Mia Yim way back in episode 1 of this show, pinning her after a big boot in a match that the game gave 3 stars. But she faces a steep challenge here. She is the 124th seed in our bracket, but now she has to get through number 5.
And from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, the All-Star Extreme Wrestling Women's Television Champion, Jade Cargill.
All right, so Dre 41 Gaming apparently did not include entrance music or videos for Jade Cargill, the number 5 overall seed, the undefeated AEW TBS champion, a title that she is the inaugural champion of. She won that title back in January of 2022, so she is closing in on 14 months as the undefeated champion. She is one of 11 AEW wrestlers in this tournament, which sounds impressive until you realize they started with 20. AEW has only gone 9-9 since this tournament started. Nice springboard moonsault there by Becca as she takes the early advantage. Hooks the leg, referee out of position. Only a 1 count. Now the winner of this match is going to face the winner of a match that's coming up later on tonight, pitting Cargill's AEW sister Ruby Soho when she takes on World Wonder Ring Stardom's Thekla. That match will happen later on tonight. But Jade with a big kick to the head, going for the pin now. 1, 2 count only. We're still very early on in this one. Of course, those of you that have been joining us for a while, we did have a very quick ending to a match in the 100, which is our tag team tournament, just a couple of days ago. Let me pull that up. It was the first match we've ever had on this show since we started doing matches in 2K that got less than a 1.5 rating. It was 5150 against the Commonwealth Connection. The match ended very quickly, got only 1 star from the game, which is a feat that this match has already met. So I don't expect this one to be over quite as fast as that one was. Of course, I don't think anybody expected that match to be over that fast. Tilt-a-whirl DDT there. I guess it was more of a float over than a tilt-a-whirl, but Becca going back to the top rope. She's got to go halfway across the ring with that tope atomic or a senton atomico. Looking for mixing up my high-flying moves and going for the big boot, but missing repeatedly. So instead, she just hits her with a drop kick to the back of the head. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And that is just a 2 count for Becca, trying to pull off the biggest win of her career. And I believe this would be the biggest upset of the tournament. Number 124 beating number 5. It would be the biggest we've had so far. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And she does it. Just like that. Becca, the number 124 seed, beats Jade Cargill with a big boot. Becca's on a roll and just handed Jade Cargill her first ever loss. Of course, it's not in an AEW ring, so I don't think they're going to count it. But still, very impressive victory for Becca here in our opening contest. She will move on now to face the winner of that Ruby Soho Thekla match I mentioned earlier. Again, welcome those of you that are just joining us. That was our opening contest here on our 6th episode of the 150, where we have taken Pro Wrestling Illustrated's list of the 150 best female wrestlers in the world, and we turned it into a big tournament bracket. Becca has just advanced to a match later on tonight, where she will face the winner between Ruby Soho and Thekla. Stand by 1 second. You're going to see a pop-up. I'm going to fix it here real quick. Don't mind me. Just a notepad I'm using to kind of keep track of who is going into which second round match, so that I'm not having to scramble during the intermission that we'll take after the last of our first round matches tonight. So we do know now Becca has moved on. She will face Ruby Soho or Thekla. We are about to have our second match of the night here. And it will be our first with an in-game model, which is always nice, because it means it's one less person I have to download from Community Creations. Oh, also, forgive me, Miyu Watanabe. Oh, she's not until the next episode, so never mind. I was going to say I hadn't gone in and capitalized your name, because sometimes Community Creations don't use caps. But here we go. Our next match, number 12, Miyu Yamashita against number 117, Alexa Bliss. Of course, Alexa, one of the biggest stars in women's wrestling over the last several years, had kind of a down year in 2022, which is why she slipped so far down PWI's list after, she peaked at number 2 back in 2018. This number 117 is the lowest she's ever been. She is, of course, representing WWE, one of 15 WWE wrestlers remaining, which is the most among all promotions. WWE has gone 15-10 so far through 5 episodes.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Comes the goddess of WWE, the Wicked Witch, 5 feet of fury, 101 pounds, a product of the WWE Performance Center, and one of the most notable graduates of that program who didn't come from the indies. She's just a straight up WWE creation. She did qualify for this match by virtue of beating Freya the Slayer with a DDT back in episode 1. But she has a tough mountain to climb here as she takes on the Pink Striker, one of 7 wrestlers remaining representing Tokyo Joshi Pro.
The Pro Wrestling Champion, Yamashita, Miyu.
So Miyu Yamashita is the Pro Wrestling Eve champion, a title she won back in November. That's the belt that she is wearing to the ring right now. 27 years old, 9-year pro, only 5'5", but that gives her, a third of a foot of over Alexa here. So that's that reach advantage may play to her advantage, as will the fact that she's the number 12 seed here, heavily favored against number 117. Although Alexa having a much better 2023 than she did 2022. Here we go. Bell about to sound. And here we go. Miyu starts off with strikes, but Alexa blocks and fires off with one of her own. Alexa going for a code red here right off the bat. Referee way out of position. Wasn't expecting that pin. 1, 2. Wow. very nearly got her. I wonder if the referee had been in a better position, if that might have been it. A very quick victory for Alexa Bliss, who hits a double knee off the middle rope and then follows it up with a back handspring double knee. And now goes right into a variation on the camel clutch. She doesn't have Yamashita's legs pulled back, but she's just pulling back basically on the cheeks. She's not even hooking under the chin. Not a ton of leverage, painful, but the lack of leverage helps Yamashita get to her feet. Kick to the midsection and a punch and a kick. And just like that, Miyu is back in charge. Just striking at Alexa. Again, they call her the Pink Striker. She's the 3-time Princess of Princess champion in Tokyo Joshi Pro, currently the Pro Wrestling Eve champion. Crucifix by Alexa, but she doesn't roll it into a pin. She just uses it as kind of a variation on the driver there. Nice double leg there by Yamashita. Oh, pulling her up, a big knee to the face. Collar and elbow here. And she just, I thought she was going to send Alexa all the way to the floor, but Alexa caught herself on the top rope. And now Miyu just pummeling her with those forearms to the back as she's trapped in the ropes into a backstabber. Brutal move there by Miyu Yamashita. She's setting up already for the Crash Rabbit Heat. She is. That is her finish right there. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Miyu Yamashita makes pretty short work here of Alexa Bliss.
Here is your winner, Yamashita. Mean you.
Crash Rabbit Heat. That running knee to the face to pick up the victory. Let's see her victory pose. Hi, Glumpebble. No thanks. I'm unfortunately not signed into Twitch at the moment, so I can't exactly close that. But yep, I'm good. Thank you, though. So we know Miyu will now face the winner between Trish Adora and Athena, which is a match that is coming up later. Only 1.5 stars here for our second match of the evening. She moves on, the number 12 seed. So we're not going to have another night that's entirely upsets, as a lot of our recent episodes have been. Miyu Yamashita hoping to kind of break the curse that so many of the higher seeds have faced so far. So our next match is going to be a little interesting. It is going to be another Tokyo Joshi Pro wrestler against another wrestler with an in-game model in 2K22. However, that in-game model no longer works for WWE. Oh god, I hate this song. I keep meaning to take it out of my out of the jukebox in 2K, and clearly I forget because here it is playing. I like it. I love it. I do it. I don't know. It's terrible though. I'm so sorry about your entire WWE career, Dewdrop. Mizuki, representing Tokyo Joshi Pro, will be taking on Mandy Rose here in our next match. The winner will face either Tsukasa Fujimoto or Raquel Rodriguez later on. Now, again, Mandy, an interesting story over the last few months. Was the NXT Women's Champion. Looked like she was, great things were in store for her after an uneven main roster run, sending her down to NXT. Looked like a demotion until she was paired with Gigi Dolan and JC Jane as Toxic Attraction, and she became kind of the face of that division. And then word got out that she was engaging in some extracurriculars with OnlyFans. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Osaka, Japan, MCK.
And she was fired for it. So Mandy has not returned to the ring. And my Dual shot or dual sense battery is low. Easy enough to fix that. I thought I had charged it during the day, but I just noticed that the cord is not actually plugged into the plug. So we'll fix that. So Mizuki representing Tokyo Joshi Pro, just as Yamashita is, one of 7 TJPW wrestlers remaining. She has gone 5, or TJPW is now 5-1. She
from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
Mizuki, a frequent tag team partner of Yuka Sakazaki, is the Magical Sugar Rabbits. We will actually see them as part of our tag team tournament, the 100, in future weeks. So Mandy still coming out to her old name, still coming out to her old entrance music, because she has not come up. She doesn't have an alter ego. She doesn't have. She hasn't gone to the indies or anything yet. So we're just using the in-game model and keeping everything as it was. So Mandy, 2 inches taller, about 30 pounds heavier than Mizuki. So she's going to have a definite size and strength advantage. More of an all-arounder in the ring, whereas Mizuki is much more technical. So we will see how that works out. Mizuki obviously going to try to utilize her speed and her technical prowess to, overcome the obvious size advantage that Mandy has. And there is the bell. They meet in the middle. Mizuki goes right into an Irish whip, sending her into the corner. Guy in the third row is a diehard Mandy Rose fan. She's going for a bulldog already. Right off the bat, right in the middle of the logo. Face first onto the S. One count only as Mandy's able to kick out. Mizuki quickly to the top rope. Possibly a moonsault coming. Yes! And she lands it. 1, 2. Ooh, that was close. Mizuki qualified for this match by beating Riley Shepard with a headlock driver back in episode 1. She is the last wrestler we will see in this episode that had to qualify. Everybody else was given an automatic first-round bid by virtue of their ranking in the PWI 150. So Mizuki now sending Mandy off the ropes. Oh, no, sending Mandy over the ropes and to the floor. Mizuki up and over after her. Standing shooting star press on the floor. Mizuki taking the fight to Mandy. Again, Mandy, the number 21 seed in this match. Mizuki, number 108. The winner will face either Tsukasa Fujimoto or Raquel Rodriguez, the winner of that match that's coming up shortly. Well, you can hear Mizuki moaning in pain as Mandy returns to the ring, firing off strikes. And now a northern lariat to the back of the head. And Mizuki basically just drops throat first across the middle rope. Mandy Rose in firm control here now. Shot to the midsection. Double underhook. The bed of roses. That is her finisher. Doesn't go for the pin. I think she thinks Mizuki's too close to the ropes. Drags her to the center of the ring. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Mizuki kicks out. I think Mandy took too much time getting her away from the ropes. Gave Mizuki a little bit of time to recover. But I think if she hits another bed of roses now. Oh, Mizuki dodges a pump kick and lands a kick of her own. Mizuki now in control. And there's the headlock driver. That's the same move that she used to win in the first round. 1, 2. Oh, but Mandy kicks out. Mandy kicks out of the move that Riley Shepard could not. Standing shooting star by Mizuki again. Is she going for it again? Takes her in the side headlock. Into the driver. Oh, Mandy just got spiked. Referee out of position. 1, 2. And Mandy kicks out again. These tournaments in season 2 have been marred by bad officiating all the way around. We've had numerous matches end with one of the wrestlers holding the bottom rope or with their feet on the middle rope. In that case, the referee just not in position. A code breaker from Mizuki. Mandy kicks her away. But the referee way out of position. I think Mizuki would have won the match with that headlock driver. Mandy firing away with punches and then just a slap to the face. Mandy, deep breaths to center herself. And then just driving a boot into Mizuki's spine. And now raining left hands down on her. And then another slap to the face. Mandy showing no respect to the popping sugar rabbit here. Just Mizupon is just getting the crap beat out of her here by Mandy. Mandy, she's going for bed of roses again. Nails it. Nowhere near the ropes this time. 1, 2, 3. That is enough. Mandy Rose is your winner. If he has to be wondering, what if? Would she have pulled off the huge upset if the referee had been anywhere near where he was supposed to be on that pin attempt? But it's all for naught. Miyu Yamashita unfortunately comes up short as Mandy Rose wins it with the bed of roses. She will move on to face either Tsukasa Fujimoto or Hazuki. So there is a chance that in one night, Mandy Rose... I'm sorry, I take that back. Not Hazuki. Tsukasa Fujimoto or Raquel Rodriguez. Had my bracket mixed up there. So we will find out who her opponent will be shortly. But first, never not funny. We have got another AEW representative hoping to finally end the slide that promotion has been on, taking on one of the top stars of World Wonder Ring Stardom, the top Joshi or women's wrestling promotion, probably in the world. Actually, I don't think it's even probably. Anybody who is anybody in women's wrestling, if they want to face the best female wrestlers in the world, they go to Japan and they go to Stardom. And here we go as Hazuki takes on Mercedes Martinez. The winner of this match will face the winner between Maki Ito and Nicole Matthews, coming up later tonight. So AEW, again, has gone 9-10 now after Jade Cargill's loss in our opener to Becca. Meanwhile, World Wonder Ring Stardom has done even worse. They've gone 5-8. So one promotion is going to turn things around here. I mean, unless we somehow wind up with a double count out or double disqualification or no contest or something. But that's a scenario I don't even want to entertain the possibility of here. You're in Stockholm, Sweden for this one, as Wild Heart Hazuki makes her way to the ring here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, H-A-Z-K.
Hazuki, an 8-year pro, only 25 years old, 5'1", 114 pounds. This is her first time ever being listed on one of these PWI lists. So starting at 101, it's not too shabby. Will most likely crack the top 100 this year. But she is going to be taking on one of the all-time greats in women's wrestling, who does not get entrance music or a video, because it's another Dre 41 Gaming. I should be checking these before I use them. But anyway, AEW 9-10. This is the Latina sensation, 22-year pro. She has been a pro only 3 years less than Hazuki has been alive. Mercedes, 42 years old, 5'7", 147 pounds, trained by the sexiest man alive, Jason Knight, and also at the WWE Performance Center from Waterbury, Connecticut. She has been on the PWI lists so many times over the years, her all-time peak being back in 2011 when she was number 2 on that list. So here we go, number 28, Mercedes Martinez against number 101, Hazuki. There's the bell. Hazuki comes out firing, but Mercedes fires right back. Nice hip toss there by Hazuki, and a standing shooting star. Hazuki taking a page out of Mizuki's book. And now dropping a knee onto the inside of Mercedes' elbow, and then a kick to the spine. Hazuki now to the middle turnbuckle, signaling she wants Mercedes to get to her feet already. Into a nice rana off the middle rope. Very nice move there by Hazuki. Handspring into Eagle. Swinging head scissor, taking Mercedes down. Dragging her away from the ropes, taking way too much time. Referee in position, though. 1, 2. Ooh, that very nearly did it. But Hazuki took too much time to get Mercedes away from the ropes. That is raining right hands down on the face of Mercedes Martinez. Now heading to the top. What's she going for here? Turns around. Big moonsault right across Mercedes' spine. And then stomps on the elbow. She went for another standing shooting star, but Mercedes got the knees up. Mercedes now. Oh, dragon screw leg whip. I thought at first that she was setting her up for her trademark fisherman buster, but instead she turns it into a leg sweep or the leg whip, and now just raining right hands down on the head of Wildheart Mizuki. I'm sorry, Hazuki. Whew, boy, that's confusing. Oh, nice variation on the alley-oop there, almost more of a suplex. And now a kick to the face. Mercedes Martinez getting a little disrespectful here against the younger competitor. Hooks the leg, 2. Mizuki able to kick out, though. Mercedes pulling her to her feet. Oh, nice back kick to the midsection from Hazuki to stop Mercedes' momentum. And that standing shooting star hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Hazuki can't believe it. But don't argue with the referee. Go after your opponent. I'm just signaling for her to get up here. Headlock driver by Hazuki. Man, she really is taking stuff right out of Mizuki's playbook here. 2, 3. Hazuki picks up the win. The huge upset. Number 101. Hazuki over 28.
Here is your winner,
Mercedes Martinez.
A-C-K.
3 stars for a very good match, according to the game. I thought it was very good, too. Nice to see eye to eye with the game on that. So Hazuki moving on to face the winner of our next match. That'll happen. The next match is happening now, and then the winners will face off after our intermission here shortly. We're already a third of the way through tonight's show. These matches are going really quick. We may get in and out in less than an hour and a half this week. But again, there's still a lot of action still to come. And you never know when one of these things is going to turn into a marathon. And now we've got, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. We have one of the all-time great women's wrestlers on the independent circuit. Also a great trainer in Nicole Matthews, as she takes on the world's cutest. That's her nickname, not something I just made up. One of my favorite wrestlers in the world right now. Were I unwed, I would be madly in love with Maki Ito. Yeah, I stopped that sentence because I thought it would be right on time for the music to stop and for the entrances for the match to start. Clearly, I was wrong. Definitely an age difference between these two. Nicole Matthews, a 17-year pro compared to Maki Ito, who has only been at it for 6 thus far. Maki Ito, another TJPW wrestler. But first, man, they're really making me trail. Oh,
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Canada, Nicole Matthews.
So Nicole Matthews, as I mentioned, 17-year pro. She is the current 365 Pro Wrestling Global Women's Champion and the Nation Extreme Wrestling Women's Champion. She won both those titles in 2022. 5'8", 145 pounds, from Coquitlam, British Columbia. My apologies. I don't know how that city is pronounced. But yeah, she is, as I mentioned, just one of the biggest stars in independent wrestling history in the women's division. She has seen women's wrestling undergo such a huge transformation over the course of the last 17 years. Just think of where women's wrestling was in 2006 compared to where it is now in 2023. And as a perfect example of that, well, again, I need to stop doing that. I keep expecting the ring announcer to cut me off, so I stop talking.
And from Japan, the Idol, Maki Ito.
Maki Ito from Fukuoka, Japan. 5 feet 3 inches tall, known as Shin Jidai no Charisma, the charisma of a new era, the fired idol. It's her second year being rated on a PWI list. Again, she's only a 6-year pro. Thus far, her compatriots from Tokyo Joshi Pro have gone 1-1 tonight, 5-2 overall. She's one of 6 TJPW wrestlers remaining along, and one of them is Miyu Yamashita, who we saw beat Alexa Bliss earlier. Maki Ito hoping to pull off another victory for Tokyo Joshi Pro tonight and not wind up like Mizuki, who lost to Mandy Rose. Here we go. There's Nicole Matthews. There's Maki Ito. There's no confusing the two. And there's the bell. Nicole coming out. Technical style, collar and elbow, sending her into the corner with an Irish whip. And throws that out the window almost immediately, wrenching the arm across the top rope. And now doing it again. See, the referee, this is one of those things where he should probably be stepping in and stopping that. But he doesn't seem to be in any rush to. Just a kick to the inner thigh there. And now Nicole, what's she doing here? Just taking Maki for a little walk. Just doing laps around the ring. And just putting her right back in the corner where she was. And going right back to the arm. Nicole Matthews, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she just came in with the game plan to work over that arm. Maki Ito with a hammerlock DDT, though. And then a kick to the spine. Maki now to the middle turnbuckle. Not quite her flying big head finish. 1, 2. A kick out by Nicole Matthews. And another kick to the spine there. Maki now with a twisting body press off the middle turnbuckle. And now going after the arm, getting a little revenge for earlier. Firing off punches and chops with the uninjured arm. Not sure what she's going for here now. Possibly a tornado DDT coming up from Maki Ito. Indeed, that is what she hits. And then just a kick to the chest. There it is. That's the flying big head. But I guess she knows she's not going to put Nicole away with that so easy. Trying to tighten up the hamstrings there with that kick. Trying to Charlie horse the leg. Big DDT. Maki off the ropes and a splash across the back. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Man, this referee just not doing a good job. Oh, there it is. The Ito special. A variation on the Texas cloverleaf. Is Nicole tapping out? It's hard to tell. The referee's butt is in the way. Maybe we can cut to a different camera? No? Now, with a Haas of Pain, another variation on the cloverleaf. Referee not even checking Nicole Matthews to see if she submits. Ito rolls her over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Maki Ito, the world's cutest, is moving on to a second round showdown against Hazuki.
Here's your winner, the Idol, Maki Ito.
Let me get that one. Was that a 2-star? I didn't notice what the rating was when it ended. Oh, 1.5. Yikes. Okay. Well, second 1.5-star match of the night. We are kind of, like I said, we're kind of blowing through these matches here. We do now know that Maki Ito will face Hazuki later on in this episode. We're about to find out who will face Mandy Rose coming up. It's catchy music. I'm not sure where it came from. I know it's in the game, but I don't know if it's actually somebody's music or if it's something, one of the in-game tracks. So it is going to be Maki Ito and Hazuki later on. And again, I will lament the fact that you can't associate custom rules with a custom arena so that it always picks the same one. But you know what? That's an uphill battle I'm just going to fight as long as these tournaments go on. And here we go with our next match. Again, the winner will face Mandy Rose in a second round match coming up later tonight as Ice Ribbons Tsukasa Fujimoto, who is not in the game. I had to, right? Yes, obviously she's not in the game, but I think I had to create this edit of her because I wasn't able to find one on Community Creations, which is why she doesn't look so great. Raquel Rodriguez, I was able to find a community creation of, so that is the one we're using. So WWE has gone 15-11. They have 14 wrestlers remaining in the tournament. We are in Glasgow here for this one. Raquel Rodriguez coming out with her.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Texas, Rachel Rodriguez.
So Raquel Rodriguez, she's still got her Raquel Gonzalez Trons because the in-game model is Raquel Gonzalez. You can't change the names of in-game models, which is why I had to find a community creation under her Rodriguez name that she's using now. So Raquel Rodriguez, the number 85 seed in our tournament, plummeting from number 10 the year before, 8-year pro from La Feria, Texas. She is a powerhouse. We will see if the size and strength advantage. She's 6 feet tall, 176 pounds. We will see how that plays into her advantage against the higher seed, Tsukasa Fujimoto. There are 2 wrestlers representing Ice Ribbon in this tournament. She is the first that we've seen.
From New York, Sue Kisser Funky Mortis.
So yeah, I had to get creative with the name there for Tsukasa Fujimoto. 5'2", 106 pounds, trained by the great Emi Sakura, Nanai Takahashi, and Manami Toyota from Sendai in Miyagi, Japan. Of course, she's one of the Sendai girls, but she is primarily based in Ice Ribbon now, but she has also worked for CMLL, Seedling, Pro Wrestling Wave. And here we go. Tsukasa Fujimoto. Again, my apologies for a not great edit of you. You certainly deserve better, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And I don't think it's terrible. It's just not good, which is what I'm not happy about myself with. But Fujimoto, a 14-year pro, 39 years old. Raquel, 32, and an 11-year pro. These 2 women have a ton of experience going into this match, and both would love to get their hands on Mandy Rose and earn a spot in the round of 32. There's the bell, and Tsukasa comes out swinging. Side suplex. Yeah, and then a half and half. Nicely done. Going after the leg with that stomp. Tsukasa Fujimoto keeping the larger, stronger opponent grounded. That's the right call in this match here. Working over the knee there and the ankle. She's not going to get a submission that way, but she can wear the larger opponent down. Shot to the midsection and a series of strikes to the face and a European uppercut. Pulling her to her feet. He's going to send her. What's she doing? Putting her up against the ropes. Oh, but Rodriguez just banderas her over the top rope and to the floor. If this were a battle royal, she would have been eliminated, but fortunately for Fujimoto, it is not. And the battle continues. Rodriguez picking her up. Massive power slam on the concrete by the 6-foot-tall Rodriguez. She has a 10-inch and 70-pound size advantage in this match. She drops an elbow across the chest, just caving in the second-generation Flying Angel's chest there. She's going to return to the ring. Now, those of you that have been watching PWS for a while know that we use the 20 count on the floor instead of 10. We like our matches to end between the ropes, and thus far, every match in the 150 has. And back over the top and to the floor. Raquel just, playing Queen of the Mountain. Uh-oh, what is she doing now? Top rope splash to the concrete. Brutal move by Raquel Rodriguez. He is done playing around with Tsukasa Fujimoto now. Pulling her up by the hair and dropping her on the concrete. And now what's she doing? Gonna throw her. I thought she was aiming for the stairs, but missed. And Fujimoto just collapses after the beating she has taken so far. Referees count back up to 4. Of course, Fujimoto has not returned to the ring, but every time Rodriguez enters or exits, the count restarts. So she could have probably done the smart thing and just let Fujimoto stay out there and get counted out, pick up the easy win, and move on to a second-round showdown with Mandy Rose. Instead, here she is pulling Fujimoto up with those series of short-arm clotheslines and a punch and a chop. Went for a kick, but Tsukasa Fujimoto blocked it and sends her into the barricade. Fujimoto finally able to return to the ring after having spent quite a bit of time on the floor, including that brutal power slam earlier. She's chasing Raquel to the floor, which doesn't seem like a smart idea. Raquel clearly doesn't think so either, as she sends her into the barricade and returns to the ring. Rodriguez just chilling in the corner, catching her breath. Referee's already up to a 2 count. Again, she has until 20 to return. She's back in before 4. Now Rodriguez with a double choke. Oh my God. And now going to work on the inside of the knee, stomping on the ankle, and then just dragging her by her foot halfway across the ring. Oh, not sure what's going on here. Oh, it's the Tejana Bomb right on the logo. 1, 2. Oh, Fujimoto kicks out of the Tejana Bomb. And a women's wrestling chant going now. After that very, very close near fall. I really thought Raquel had her there. But Fujimoto continues fighting here. Oh, but she goes right back to that double choke bomb. Rodriguez playing to the crowd. She's got the leg. And again, stomping on the inside of the knee. Going to the top rope. That is a long way to fly, Raquel. 2/3 of the way across the ring, going for a splash. Comes up short, but goes for the pin anyway. 1, 2, 3, and that does it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to redo that spot. Raquel Rodriguez is your winner. Moving on.
Here is your winner, Rachel Rodriguez.
Tsukasa Fujimoto, the latest top seed to fall. Raquel missed a top rope splash, but still able to pick up the pin. Raquel Rodriguez and Mandy Rose coming up later on in this episode. We still have 2 more first round matches to go before we move on to the second round. This one I'm very excited for. As you know, I mean, obviously all of these are matches between 2 of the best women's wrestlers in the world, but this one, the seeds are again, these are based on the 2022 list of the 150 best wrestlers, women's wrestlers in the world, and things have changed for Athena since 2022. So this match much more even than the seeds number 53 and number 76 would suggest. Trish Adora and Athena both looking for a showdown with Miyu Yamashita coming up after the break. Come on, come get it. Man. For being a current gen game, the load times on this are just so bad. There we go. Here we go. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, the Superstar.
Athena, the War Goddess, coming to the ring, representing All Elite Wrestling, which has gone 0-2 tonight. 9-11 overall, a 16-year pro. Of course, you see here there with the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. She is also the Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion, winning both of those titles in 2022, which will certainly improve her ranking once she gets to the 2023 list. The Dallas native has been on the list every year since 2012, except for 2020, which she missed a large portion of due to injury. Never been rated higher than 18th, but this is number 76 is her second lowest rating of all time. 5'2", 121 pounds. Trained by some of the best trainers in Texas, Skandor Akbar, Lance Archer, and Booker T, plus, of course, her time at the WWE Performance Center. Is this another Dre 41 gaming edit?
And from the District of Columbia, the World Champion, Travis Doris.
Trish Adora, the Afro-Punk, coming to the ring. She is the Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling World Champion. Yes, that is the name of that big green belt that she's got slung over her shoulder. She has held that title since 2020. It is officially recognized by PWI as a world championship. She excels in intergender wrestling, but here going one-on-one with a fellow women's champion in the form of Athena, a 5'8". She's got a half foot on her opponent here. And we know that the winner here is going to be facing Miyu Yamashita in, I believe that'll wind up being our main event. Yes, it will be our main event, just based on the way the seeds have shaken out. And there's the bell. Adora already using her size and strength advantage. Double underhook suplex. Tiger suplex there by Trish Adora. A quick go behind. Got the arms. In for a dragon suplex. No. Oh, look, she was going for Jade Cargill's finish, but comes up a little short on that. Just kind of letting Athena go, but now working over the arms, and Athena kicks her in the face. Now a double underhook of her own by Athena. Oh, but Adora turns it into an arm drag. Very nicely done. Some little lucha from the larger opponent there. Waiting for Athena to get to her feet. Oh, knee lift into a neck breaker. Nice combination there by Adora. Now, this is not Adora's first appearance on Pro Wrestling Simulated. She was in the 2021 PWI 500, which earned her a spot in our inaugural tournament, the 500, but she did lose in the first round to Gregory Iron in that tournament last year. She's been rated in the PWI 500 the last 3 years, getting as high as number 44 in 2021, which was interestingly enough also her ranking on the women's list that year. Now Athena going up to the top rope. I thought she might have been waiting for Eclipse, but instead a big moonsault, and Trish gets her knees up. Athena crashes and burns. Trish Adora gets her up on her shoulders. Go to sleep into a German suplex. Brutal combination there by Trish Adora, native of Washington, D.C. Now, I'm not sure what she's going for. No. Oh, Rings of Saturn. Oh, actually a variation on the Rings of Saturn. She's laying back instead of just pulling. Athena not in good shape. Trish wearing her down. You just know Trish has got to be setting her up. Oh, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, well, okay. I thought I was going to say, she's setting her up for her finisher, Lariat Tubman. She doesn't need to. She, I think, essentially choked her out with that Rings of Saturn. The game, I like 2K a lot. I love how good a good community creation looks, and the animations are nice. But the officiating is bad, and it's annoying to me how often you win by pinfall after a submission hold. Like that's I don't know that I've ever seen that in my 31-ish years as a wrestling fan. I don't think I've ever seen a match end that way, and it has happened probably a dozen times on this show. It's fine. It's just one of those things that, I hope 2023 does a better job of, the AI. Like, if you're going to win with a submission, just have them tap out or have them kick out of the pin after and make them do a strike or a hold or something. That's just one of my, takes me out of the moment kind of things, which I know is silly. But we have come to our final match before intermission. This is the last of our first round matches before we take on our 4 second round matches coming up after the break. We've got more AEW and we got more Stardom here as Thekla takes on Destination Unknown, Ruby Soho. Let's head to ringside for that one. Number 60, Ruby Soho, against number 69, Thekla. Stardom is 1-0 tonight, climbing to 6-8 thus far on the tournament. Climbing to that. That's not great, right? Meanwhile, AEW tonight, I believe, is 0-3. Yep, Jade Cargill, Mercedes Martinez, and Athena have all lost thus far in this episode, meaning that AEW, which was already struggling coming into this show 9-9, is now 9-12, which is just not good. In fact, it is now, they have the same win percentage as Stardom, who came into this show with the worst win-loss record of any promotion. Here we are in Cincinnati as the Toxic Spider from Vienna, Austria makes her way to the ring. Well, and again, I stopped talking because I assumed the ring announcer was going to cut me off, and he didn't. So anyway, I will say... One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Vienna, Austria, Teresa.
Thekla, 5'1", 114 pounds, trained by Mio, the sister of Io Sky from WWE. She is one of 10 Stardom wrestlers remaining in this tournament. Excuse me. She's going to be looking for her finisher, the Weber Necked, or the Death Strap Lock, her reverse Indian Death Lock. But she also utilizes a spear and a super kick pretty frequently as well. But she faces stiff competition here in the form of the punk rock ragdoll, Edwardsburg, Michigan's own Ruby Soho. Of course, as a fellow Michigander, I've got a soft spot for Ruby Soho. And okay, we got another Dre 41 Gaming. Oh, no.
Lafayette, Indiana.
Okay. All right. Well done. So, yeah, Ruby Soho, she's introduced as being from Lafayette, Indiana, actually originally from Edwardsburg, Michigan, trained by Billy Rock, as well as at the OVW Wrestling School. And then once she got to WWE, trained by Sarah Amato at the Performance Center, a 12-year pro, 32 years old, 5'4", 121 pounds. So she's got a pretty substantial reach advantage of about 3 inches, but size-wise, weight-wise, they're about the same. So again, we know that the winner of this will face Becca in what will actually wind up being our first match back from intermission, the way the seeds played out. So both women going to be looking to finish this one quickly to avoid coming into their second round match gas. A huge advantage for Becca, who has been able to rest since beating Jade Cargill in our opener. There we go. Pretty brutal start to this one. Thekla looking for a quick pin early. Obviously, she's not going to win it that easily. Nice poison Rana by Ruby. Ruby going to work on the arm. Just stomping on the hand and the wrist. And that's going to take away. Oh, a kick to the face by Thekla. Brutal move there. So we do know the order that the matches will be happening when we come back from break. Again, the winner of this will face Becca. We know the second match back from the intermission will be Maki Ito against Hazuki. Then Mandy Rose against Raquel Rodriguez. And then our main event will be Miyu Yamashita against Trish Adora. Ruby going for the pin here. Gets 2 only. Excuse me. A little tickle in my throat, which is, great for an announcer whose job is to talk. Go shot to the midsection, a couple of them, and then the spear. That's one of Thekla's finishers. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, referee actually saw Ruby grab the rope that time. Lucky break for Ruby because, historically throughout this tournament, the referee has not seen that when it has happened. Sister Abigail there from Thekla. 1, 2. Wow. Pretty decisive win there. Thekla moves on. I mean, we did say that both these women are going to be going heavy hitting here early to try and put their opponent away early. We knew she was going to have to because Becca awaits. She's going to have this 5-minute intermission that's coming up to prepare, and then it'll be game time. Thekla against Becca, Maki Ito against Hazuki, Mandy Rose against Raquel Rodriguez, and Miyu Yamashita against Trish Adora. All of those matches are second round matches in our tournament. 2.5 stars for that one. Middle of the road score there. 4 second round matches to claim 4 more spots in the round of 32. Now, 12 women have already advanced there. Layla Gray, JC Jane, Natalia, Jamie Hayter, Dana Brooke, Miranda Alizé, Charlotte Flair, Savannah Evans, Serena Deeb, Shoko Nakajima, Jessica Troy, and Utami Hayashishida. And now we will fill in 4 more spots in that round coming up in just 5 minutes. You are watching the 150 here on Pro Wrestling Simulated. We will be back in 5. we are back as we get ready for the first match of the second round here tonight. We will have 4 such matches coming up. The first will pit Becca against Thekla, 2 names that almost rhyme. There's an expression for that. I just can't remember what it is. I don't know. Actually, I don't know whose music this is either. You can tell how closely I watch the product now because there are so many entrance themes I just don't recognize anymore, which is a shame because I used to be a huge WWE fan. And granted, it has gotten better over the last few months, but it's still not enough to keep me tuning in week after week. But here we go. Becca, well rested after pulling off the upset over Jade Cargill in our opener.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, the Women's Champion, Becca.
More specifically, she is the Maryland Championship Wrestling Women's Champion. Making her way down to the ring. A high flyer from the Midwest. Made her first appearance on a PWI list last year at number 150, jumping up to 124 this year. And hey, she's already beaten Mia Yim and Jade Cargill so far in this tournament. So she's definitely making a claim for a much higher position on the 2022 or 2023 list. Of course, all of these matches are simulated and none of them actually count. You won't see any of them on Cage Match, unfortunately. But again, Becca pulled off the upset in our opener, and now she has to face someone who just pulled off an upset. Thekla beat Ruby Soho just before that 5-minute intermission, and now she has to come right back out. Unenviable task here. Thekla's match with Ruby got 2.5 stars. Becca's with Jade got 2. So Becca's won 2 matches with the Big Boot. Thekla won with Sister Abigail, which I don't think was a move anybody expected to see her pull off to win that match against Ruby. And yet she did. And here we are. Again, 4 second-round matches to come to claim the 13th through 16th spots in the round of 32. So we will have half of the round of 32 bracket by the time this episode ends. The first spot will be taken by either Thekla or Becca. Still to come, Maki Ito and Hazuki, Mandy Rose and Raquel Rodriguez in a huge main event between Miyu Yamashita and Trish Adora. The winner of this one will face the winner of that Ito-Hazuki match in the round of 32. That match will happen on episode 11 of this show. So we still have quite a bit of rounds 1 and 2 still to go. 4 more episodes worth. But Becca comes right off, firing away with a punch. Handspring, eagle, head scissor, taking Thekla down, going right into the pin. 1, 2. Referee had a little hitch in his count there. May have cost Becca a quick upset there. This is the 124th seed against number 69. Nice. Gator legs kicked away by Thekla there. Now pulling her to her feet, the Toxic Spider, the Vienna, Austria native, gets sent over the top rope by Becca. And then a big overhand right and a drop kick sends her all the way to the floor. Becca, well, I was going to say she's doing the smart thing by, nice little ricochet handspring there by Becca. I really was worried she was going to do something dumb and try to dive to the floor. But the leader of the Scrunchy Squad, I was going to say smarter than that, but she walked right into a trap by Thekla, who sends her right back in the ring. Follows her in. Big right forearm kick to the midsection. Tiger suplex coming. No. What is she doing here? No, it was a tiger suplex. She just held her up there a long time. Nice move by Thekla. One count only, though, says the referee. See, that one, I believe. Officiating has been very suspect throughout this tournament. Thekla here. Doesn't look like she's got a great grip on Becca's right arm, but she's so strong she was still able to muscle her over into that suplex. And a drop kick to the back. Thekla showing I mean, she bounced back quickly during that intermission. I really thought she was going to have a little trouble, and she did getting out of the gate. Becca had early control, but since then, it has been all Thekla ever since the match went to the floor. She had that hammerlock crossface, nice combination submission there. But Becca now firing off shots, pulling her to her feet. And now a series of punches. That one's blocked by Thekla, who gets a knee to the midsection. Becca blocks a kick into a dragon screw. And it's counter wrestling for both women. Now Becca all the way up to the top. What's she looking for here? Santana Tomiko. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kick out. Oh, that was close. Becca really thought she had her there. Pulling her to her feet. C4, that standing, unassisted shoot, Spanish fly, and a top rope moonsault springboard. 2 count only. Thekla again able to kick out. Becca utilizing her superior speed here. And she's also keeping Thekla grounded by driving a knee into the arm. And a big boot. That's the move she's used to put away Miyu Yim and Jade Cargill. 2, 3, and that does it. Becca is moving on to the round of 16. I'm sorry, the round of 30.
Here is your winner, Becca.
The number 124 seed. I believe that is the lowest seed. Oh, yes, by quite a bit. She is the first woman to win a qualifier and then advance. All others have lost in either the first or second round. Great showing by Becca so far. 3 matches, 3 big boots, 3 wins. Becca is now moving on. She will face the winner of our next match in the 3rd round of the tournament coming up in about 6-ish weeks. It'll be a little less than that because I am trying to get these tournaments to wrap up on WrestleMania weekend, which is the first weekend in April. We have, of course, this tournament as well as our tag team tournament, the 100, which is also going on. We'll have the next episode of that on Sunday. We'll run through the card on that here when we wrap things up after our main event. But first, Hazuki, who earlier on tonight upset Mercedes Martinez, is going to hope to pull off her second upset of the night as she takes on the world's cutest, Maki Ito. It's the number 37 seed Ito against the number 101 seed Hazuki. Here we go for our next match. Again, the winner will be facing Becca in round number 3. So Ito, her victory over Nicole Matthews, only a 1.5 star encounter. One of 2 matches so far to end via pinfall after a submission hold. I've already made my feelings on that known. I don't think the game disagrees with me, as those are the 2 matches that both got 1.5 stars, but you know what? It is what it is. Hazuki, on the other hand, a 3-star encounter against Mercedes Martinez. There's a match that she won with a headlock driver. Beautiful move. And here she comes. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Tokyo to HAZK.
Hazuki, 5'1", 114 pounds. Going in there against the 5'3" Maki Ito. So a slight size advantage for Hazuki. I'm sorry, I take it back. No, size advantage for Maki by about 2 inches. Don't mind me, I am just starstruck anytime Maki Ito comes out. Just can't take your eyes off of Shinjidai no Charisma, the charisma of a new era, the fired idol, Maki Ito. I've seen her many times show up in AEW. Of course, she competed in the Owen Hart Cup. She was also in the women's title, the interim women's tournament.
Maki Ito.
Maki Ito, 5-year pro, I'm sorry, 6-year pro now at this point. She was number 5, or she was 5 years when the list was released. Hazuki, an 8-year pro. So kind of young veterans here, combined 14 years of experience. But they are both kind of the faces of the new generation of Joshi wrestling in Japan. Maki Ito, who, I mean, just needs to be put on the right stage because she is a star. If I were running a promotion, one of the first signings I would make is Maki Ito. I don't care if her English isn't good. Her charisma is so strong. She will put butts in seats just by her personality alone. Of course, I don't run a promotion. I am the creative lead for FXE Wrestling in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We are preparing for our first show coming up. End of March is what the current plan is, assuming that the venue is ready. We are having a venue basically custom built for us. Flying big head immediately by Maki. That's her finisher. She's gonna do it again. Maki going for, well, I thought she was gonna go for the pin after back-to-back finishes. Instead, going into a variation on the clover leaf. Let's try to get a submission here out of Hazuki. Hazuki able to kick her away. It is too early in the match for that. But yeah, FXE, we're looking to have our first show end of March. We don't have a date official. Of course, when we have one, it'll be made official on the FXE social medias and on our YouTube show, The Academy, which comes out every Sunday. Hazuki now to the top rope. I'm not sure what she's got planned here. Waiting for Maki to get to her feet. Oh, Tornillo arm drag to the floor. Very nicely done there by Hazuki. Went for a drop kick to the back of the head, but Maki rolls. An arm wringer here. Nice wrist lock there, and she's headbutting the hand of Hazuki. Very unorthodox offense here by Maki Ito. Series of elbows to the top of the head. A little Dusty Rhodes action there from Maki. Takes her over with the arm bar. And now again, working over the arm, slamming it into the concrete. Now pulling Hazuki to her feet. Oh, but a dragon screw by Hazuki to get back in this. Referees count up to 7 again. They have till 20 to return to the ring. Maki returns Hazuki to the ring, but not in the way Hazuki would have wanted. Sending her into that LED screen on the hard camera side here. She's going to go right back, and she broke the referee's count. She is not done beating Hazuki up on the floor. She hit a forearm, but missed the chop. Hazuki returns to the ring. Maki, for whatever reason, not seemingly in any hurry to return to the ring. There she is. Nice headbutt. Again, using her cranium as a weapon. Into the Maki special. I'm sorry, the Ito special. Trying to get the submission here out of Hazuki. Hazuki manages to hold on. Maki rolls her over, though. 1, 2, 3, and hey, look, it's another pinfall after a submission. Good match, marred by another bad ending.
Here is your winner, the Idol, Maki Ito.
Maki Ito, the number 37 seed, clinches the 14th spot in the round of 32. She joins Becca, who won earlier tonight, as well as the 4 winners from our previous 3 episodes. Moving on to the round of 32, she will have theoretically about a 3% chance of winning the first ever World Simu Ladies Championship. 1.5 stars. Maki Ito not having a great night in terms of ratings, but you know what? She'll always be a draw to us here at PWS. Maki Ito moves on to a 3rd round showdown with Becca. Now we will find out who will claim the next spot, the 15th spot in that round of 32. It's See, every time this song starts, I think it's going to be Taz. And it's not. It's never going to be Taz. Because, you know, Taz doesn't work there anymore. It is, of course, Ciampa's music, which is also awesome. But I don't know if it's a generational thing, but I hear that flatline, and I hear Taz. But here we go. Raquel Rodriguez and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose, the number 21 seed earlier on tonight, beat Mizuki to claim this spot. And number 85, Raquel Rodriguez, pulled off the upset over Tsukasa Fujimoto. The winner of this will face the winner of our main event in 6 episodes in the 3rd round. We have, 5 episodes. In episode 11, we have 4 more shows to fill in those last 16 spots in the round of 32. Raquel Rodriguez, that match with Fujimoto, she won after having missed a splash off the top rope.
Making her way to the ring from Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez, 6 feet tall, 176 pounds, the largest competitor on our show tonight. Definitely has the size and strength advantage. She is a powerhouse from La Feria, Texas. We saw her, she pulled out the Tejana bomb on Fujimoto during that match, but wasn't able to get the pin with it, instead going for that splash. You know what? It is what it is. She is ready. Raquel Rodriguez is the underdog here, but she's got a massive, massive size advantage over her opponent. This is actually a rematch of the NXT title match from Halloween Havoc 2021.
Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
Mandy 5'4", 119 pounds, trained by Billy Gunn, Booker T, Lita, and Sarah Amato. That's a heck of a rogues gallery of trainers there. We have seen her use that Bed of Roses finish. That is how she put away Mizuki earlier in what has been our highest rated match of the night at 3.5 stars. We'll see if Mandy can top herself here in our semi-main event. Again, the winner of this will face the winner of our main event coming up in episode 11, the first of 2 shows where we will narrow 32 down to 8. And those 8 women will go on to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals in the season finale WrestleMania weekend. Here we go. Again, this is a rematch. Last time, Mandy won. Raquel looking for revenge. There's the bell. Mandy gets the early advantage. She's got Raquel by the hair and slams her into the top turnbuckle. And then a shoulder, and now kicks. Mandy keeping the larger opponent grounded. And now mounting her with punches. More strikes here from Mandy. That's not usually her game, but she came in with a strategy, and it clearly is working. The Golden Goddess, Mandy Rose, now working over the arm of Raquel. But that just kind of seemed to piss her off, because now she's on her feet. Alley-oop. Sends Mandy halfway across the ring, almost into the ropes. Now she sends her up and over the top rope. Mandy holds on. Takes a big, 2 big punches to the face. And a stunner across the top rope. Mandy tumbles to the floor. What's Raquel doing here? Big elbow drop off the top rope to the floor. That is a long way down. But Raquel now in firm control. What is Mandy doing here? She's got sort of a straitjacket Canadian backbreaker. Just torture-racking Mandy, using her own arm against her. Mandy trying to fight out with her free arm. Managed to get a couple elbows in, I think. It's hard to tell from that camera angle. Knee to the midsection from Rodriguez. Sending Rose into the ring steps. Mandy got a nice burst of offense. as soon as the bell sounded. But since then, it has been all Raquel Rodriguez, which I think we kind of all expected. Mandy's the higher seed, but Raquel with a massive size advantage, plus the huge experience advantage. Actually, I guess it's not that big of an experience advantage, but Raquel has been competing at a higher level than Mandy has for those years. Hair pull takedown by Mandy. Remember, Raquel cut her teeth on the independent circuit before jumping to WWE. Oh, Mandy doing push-ups on Raquel's back. Such disrespect. Out of the number 21 seed in our tournament here, sending number 85 back into the ring. Heavy favorite based on seed, but again, Raquel Rodriguez is not somebody I would want to mix it up in there with. But she's sent into the corner by Mandy. Mandy follows her in, sends her into the corner, turns her around. Is she gonna? Oh, I thought she was gonna tie her to the Tree of Woe. Instead, she gives her snake eyes. And stomping on the arm. Crowd not liking that. Some dirty tactics there from the Golden Goddess. Oh, she's going for the bed of roses. No, Raquel kind of dead weights her a little bit there, and instead turns it into a short arm clothesline. Nice reversal by Raquel Rodriguez. If Mandy had hit the bed of roses, that might have been it. Argentine backbreaker by Raquel, flipping her out of it into a power bomb. Nice move by Raquel. 2. Mandy Rose able to kick out. That was a brutal move there by Raquel Rodriguez. Now waiting for Mandy to get to her feet. She's looking for the Tejana bomb. Yep, she gets her up and spikes her down. Hooks both legs, stacking her on top of herself. 1, 2, 3, and Raquel Rodriguez picks up the win and a spot in the round of 32.
Here is your winner, Rachel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez redeeming herself after a rough finish in her first match tonight, picking up a clean win over Mandy Rose with her finisher, the Tejana Bomb. 2.5 stars for a good match. Raquel will face the winner of our main event, which is starting very shortly. We only have one match left tonight. So my earlier goal of being in and out in less than an hour and a half, not quite going to work out because we are 3 minutes away from that. And I just can't imagine we're going to get through this main event, but maybe we will. Strange things have happened here on these streams. So I will withhold judgment until the final bell sounds. Anything can happen on this show. So far, Becca, Maki Ito, and Raquel Rodriguez, the number 124, 37, and 85 seed, have all clinched spots in the round of 32. The only wrestler left on this episode who was favored to make it to the round of 32 that is still in the tournament is Miyu Yamashita, the number 12 seed, but she has a stiff climb ahead of her as she takes on the Pan-African World Diaspora Champion Trish Adora. Of course, Trish earlier beat Athena to earn this match, while Miyu Yamashita beat Alexa Bliss. So we will see. And again, the winner of this will face Raquel Rodriguez here in a few weeks in the third round, the round of 32, as we continue to narrow down what started as 100. When this episode ends, I believe we will be down to 70. I'm sorry, we will have had 70 matches. We'll be down to 30 of the original 100. Here we go. Trish is one of the ones that doesn't have an entrance, doesn't she? Trish Adora, again, beat Athena. One of our 3 matches tonight that ended via pinfall after a submission hold. She put her in that variation on Rings of Saturn before pinning her.
Is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Making her way to the ring from the District of Columbia, the World Champion, Travis A. Doris.
Trish Adora, 5'8", trained by the Dudley Boys, the Afro Punk. She picked up that win earlier. Looking to pick up one more here to move on to the third round. Number 55 seed is 1-1 on PWS tournaments. Of course, lost to Gregory Iron in the first round of the 500 and managed to beat Athena in the first round of the 150 to advance to this match, which is our main event of the evening. And here we go. There's some music.
And from Japan, wrestling champion, Yamashita,
Miyu Yamashita, the pink striker, making her way to the ring. The Momoiro striker means pink. She is the current reigning, not defending, Pro Wrestling Eve champion. That is the belt that she's wearing to the ring. 5'5". She won her first round match against Alexa Bliss using her Crash Rabbit Heat finisher, that huge running knee strike. Took Alexa out. She's going to try to do the same here against Trish Adora. So far through, 15 spots have been filled in the round of 32. So far, only 3 of them have gone to wrestlers that were favored to make it there. Charlotte Flair, Shoko Nakajima, and Utami Hayashishida. Miyu Yamashita hoping to be the 4th. Trish Adora hoping to keep the momentum going for the underdogs here. Of course, Trish Adora, a literal world champion. She is the Pan-Africa World Diaspora Champion. As I mentioned, it is one of, I believe, 12 recognized world titles by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. She's the inaugural champion. She's held it for 3 years. She's the only person to ever hold the title. Misses the knee drop there, though, as Yamashita rolls out of the way. But Adora stays on top, sending her up and over the top rope onto the apron. Oh, but Miyu fires back with a forearm. And she's safely back into the ring where she eats an enzigiri. Nicely done by Trish Adora. I don't know if she did that intentionally or if that was just instincts kicking in. That big kick to the back of the head took Yamashita down. Yamashita, the number 12 seed in there against number 53, Trish Adora. This release German suplex. Now a kick to the head. And another staying on the head and arm of Yamashita after that enzigiri. Now going for a cross arm breaker. She doesn't have all of it, but it's still very painful. Yamashita able to fight her way out of it, though, using her free hand to land some punches. She's definitely favoring that left arm. Sending Trish up and over and to the floor. Trish not able to catch herself as Yamashita was able to earlier. Miyu catching her breath now. Oh, nope. Decided to change her mind, and now she's going after Adora on the floor. Big kick. A couple of them. 3 of them now, sending Adora 4 kicks. And then a big right hand. Knee kick. Rolling elbow, another kick, and a big knee right on the jaw of Trish Adora. Miyu Yamashita in firm control here on the floor. Referees count up to 4. Again, they have until 20 to return to the ring, whereas it's 10 traditionally. You know, most wrestling fans know it as 10, but they do use 20 in Japan, and we use 20 here in PWS because we don't like countouts. It has happened a couple of times in the 500, which was our inaugural tournament. Oh, nice RVD-style mule kick to the jaw. And Yamashita just stomping on the back of Adora, kicking her in the head. Got her in the hammer lock. And pulling back on the opposite wrist. Oh, man, pulling back on the wrist and shoulder, just trying to pull all the joints out of that arm. And drives both knees into the back. Kick to the midsection by Adora. And I thought that was her cutting Yamashita's offense off, but Yamashita with a massive release German suplex, almost sending her into the barricade. And a V-trigger. A me trigger? We'll call it a me trigger. Oh, but a jawbreaker there by Trish to fight her way back in. Fireman's carry. Go to sleep. German suplex combination. dropping Miyu Yamashita right on the back of her head here on the floor. Referees count up to 14. Trish returns to the ring to break the count and catch her breath in the corner. Wait, she's gonna let Miyu get counted out? Nope. Miyu returns to the ring. Trish tried to chase her, but Miyu's right back in. And a strike. She catches Trish off guard. Trish made the mistake of trying to go after her rather than staying in the ring, waiting for Miyu to come to her. Oh, another me trigger. Miyu Yamashita possibly getting ready for the Crash Rabbit heat. Not instead, just rolling Trish over. 1, 2. Oh, and Trish Adora kicks out. Miyu not happy, arguing with the referee. Just got her up. Fireman's carry. That's an AA. John Cena's finish. 1, 2, 3. Attitude adjustment. And Miyu Yamashita picks up the win. When we came into this show, we expected Miyu Yamashita, Mandy Rose, Jade Cargill, and Mercedes Martinez to advance. Yamashita, the last woman standing, as the other three all fell during the course of this show. But a big win for Miyu Yamashita, winning it with the attitude adjustment. 2.5 stars here for a good main event, according to the game. So we know Miyu Yamashita will face Raquel Rodriguez on episode 11 in third round action. So congrats to Miyu, to Maki Ito, to Raquel Rodriguez, and to Becca for claiming the next 4 spots in the round of 32. So, very eventful night. We've got more shows coming up. I'm going to pull up the schedule here. We are going to have the next episode of the 100, which is our tag team tournament. That is coming up this Sunday, February 26th. On that show, we will have 12 more first-round matches. And for the first time in this tournament, we will be switching it over to Fire Pro Wrestling World because WWE 2K doesn't allow you to do intergender tag matches unless it's a man and a woman against a man and a woman. And the PWI list of the top 100 tag teams has several intergender teams or teams that are all women. And just the way the bracket worked out, there were going to be a lot of matches I couldn't run in 2K. So we're going to do those matches in Fire Pro on Sunday. We will see. I'm just going down the bracket here. It's not in any sort of match order. I'll figure that out between now and Sunday. But the team of Rot und Flot, Michael Schenkenberg and Nikita Charisma will take on Big Dekai, Todoro Satsuki, and Yuna Manaze. The Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake, will take on Galaxy Punch. There's an exclamation point at the end. That's why I said it like that. That is the team of Hikari Shimizu and Saki. Stinger, Chris Ridgway and Yoshinari Ogawa will take on the Renegade Twins, Charlotte and Robin. Donna Del Mundo, Himeka and Maika will take on Atrapasueños, which is Dulce Gardenia, and Espiritu Negro, who will have Rei Kometa in their corner. Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato, the team of 6 or 9, will take on Bougie Reality, Mandy Renkowski and Rashay Chanel. Meltier, Natsupoi, and Tam Nakano will take on Main Event, Jay Lyon and Midas Black. Las Chicas Indomables, Laharo Kita and Yuvia against the SAT, Joel and Jose Maximo. Brady LTD, the team of Dean Brady and Delta, will take on Pretty Empowered, Ella Envy and Kenzie Page. Bussy, one of my favorite tag teams, Allie Ketch and Effie, will take on the Kings of the District, Jordan Blade and Eel O'Neill. The Zebrats, Diamante and Shun Skywalker, take on the Best Bros, Balianaki and Mei Saruga. The Arrows of Hungary, Dover and Icarus, take on the Outfielders, Shay McCoy and Weber Hatfield. And Fresa de Egoistas, Asuka, not that one, and Makoto will take on the Dark Order, represented by Alex Reynolds and John Silver, who will, for one night only, unless they win, have Preston Vance back in their corner, as those three were listed as a trio in the PWI list. And then we will be back again on Tuesday the 28th, I'm aiming for another stream on Tuesday. So every other day, basically, where we will see, 3 days from now on Sunday, 2 days from that on Tuesday, where we will see more round 1 and 2 action as number 2 overall seed Bianca Belair takes on Ty Mello, Mickie James against Kylie Ray, Ronda Rousey against Alexis Falcon, Giselle Shaw against Blair Davenport, Arisa Nakajima against Lainey Luck, Naomi against Miyu Watanabe, Viva Van against Casey Spinelli, and Tootie Lynn against Rosemary. Then we'll be back to the 100 next Sunday. That's March 5th for episode 4 of the 100, where we will actually kick off rounds 2 and 3. Those matches to be determined based on what game we're going to have to use and all that sort of stuff. That's all very much up in the air, but will be determined based on how Sunday goes for the next episode of the 100. So once more, congratulations to Becca, Maki Ito, Raquel Rodriguez, and the woman to my left, Miyu Yamashita, your right, my left, as they join Layla Gray, JC Jane, Natalia, Jamie Hayter, Dana Brooke, Miranda Alizé, Charlotte Flair, Savannah Evans, Serena Deeb, Shoko Nakajima, Jessica Troy, and Utami Hayashishida advancing to the round of 32. After all that, I am still yours truly, Pat Dooley. I will see you Sunday for the 100. Thanks so much.